Shane Warne Memorial. Sir Elton John, Nasser Hussain, Lara among those to pay tributes to Australian cricket legend. Shane Warne's father Keith mourns the loss of a loving and caring son. Alan Border, Mark Taylor, Merv Hughes, Nasser Hussain and Lara form part of a special panel on stage. Sir Elton John, Chris Martin, Robbie Williams and Ed Sheeran perform musical tributes via video link. Tens of thousands of people gathered at the Melbourne Cricket Ground on Wednesday for the memorial of legendary Australian cricketer Shane Warne, with the likes of Sir Elton John, former England captain Nasser Hussain and Warne's family giving touching tributes. The former leg spinner, considered one of the greatest cricketers of all time, died aged 52 earlier this month from a suspected heart attack while on holiday in Koh Samui, Thailand. Recommended. 1/5. County ins and outs, all the signings for the 2022 season. Read more. Recommended by. A private funeral service was held for Warne's closest friends and family in Melbourne last week, but all were invited to Wednesday's televised memorial, where his father Keith mourned the loss of a loving and caring son, and former teammates remembered a fierce competitor on the field and a mischievous soul off of it. A slew of other athletes, Hollywood actors and musicians, including Kylie Minogue, Hugh Jackman and Greg Norman, also offered video tributes to Warne. Among the musical performers, Sir Elton John joined via video link from the United States, singing "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me," while Coldplay frontman Chris Martin performed "Yellow," Robbie Williams sung "Angels" and Ed Sheeran played "Thinking Out Loud." As the state service got underway, with chants echoing around the MCG, Greta Bradman, the granddaughter of Sir Donald Bradman, named alongside Warne as one of the Wisden cricketers of the century in 2000, sung the Australian national anthem. Then, to round off the evening, after touching speeches from Warne's three children, Summer, Jackson and Brooke, and with the Frank Sinatra classic My Way playing in the background, the new Shane Warne Stand, previously the Great Southern Stand, was officially unveiled. Darkest day in our family's life. Keith Warne, Shane's father, was the first to speak, saying, "Friday the 4th of March 2002, the darkest day in our family's life. It was the day that our son was tragically and suddenly taken from us. The family lost a beloved son, a loving brother to Jason and a devoted father to Brooke, Jackson and Summer. And the world lost a much-loved cricket legend, whose feats on and off the cricket field will go down in history for all time. Looking forward to a future without Shane is inconceivable, but we do take comfort in knowing that Shane packed more into his life of 52, 5 months and 19 days than most people would in 2 lifetimes." Keith added, "We are grateful the world loved our son as we did and thankfully touched so many lives in so many ways." Shane said of himself, "I smoked, I drank, and I played a little cricket. Mate, your mother and I can't imagine a life without you. You have been taken too soon and our hearts are broken. Thank you for all you did for us. And for being such a loving and caring son. Rest in peace. Love you, Mum and Dad. Genius, genuine, entertainer, king." A panel was hosted by Mark Howard with former cricketing greats, Australian trio Alan Border, Mark Taylor and Merv Hughes, along with England's Nasser Hussain and West Indies' Lara. Asked to describe Warne in one word, Border used genius, with fellow former Australia captain Taylor saying genuine. Hughes generated some laughs from the assembled crowd when he said "dead set bogan," while ex-England captain Hussain referred to Warne as an entertainer and Windies batting great Lara referred to his old rival as the king. The quintet were then also asked what they'd choose to say if Warne was here now and they had the opportunity. An emotional Border said, "Thank you for revitalizing my captaincy towards the end of my time. I was lucky enough to have 2 years with Shane and ID. Just thank him for that." Hughes added, "Thanks for being a great mate. One of the most loyal people. The people that don't know him think he is the way he is because of what he did in Test cricket, but it's the reverse. He did what he did because of the way he is. A super bloke, and I feel sorry for the people around Australia who never met him." Hussain, "He just seemed to wait for me to come out." Speaking as part of the panel, Hussain also recalled a famous battle between himself and Warne in a one-day final between England and Australia at the Sydney Cricket Ground in 1999. I had no delight in playing against Shane. He was a king bowler, but also a great sledger, Hussain said. And he just seemed to wait for me to come out. We were just thrilled to be in a final. Usually we were in the hotel, to be honest, and he had been sledging me all day. He brought himself onto bow. A.B. Alan Border had told him before, if you're struggling, pick a fight with someone. He picks a fight with me. I sledged him back for some reason. I've said something like enjoy your last game as captain. At the time it seemed like a really good thing to do because we needed 40 off 10 overs with 7 wickets in hand. I ran down the pitch to the very next delivery, stumped Adam Gilchrist, bowled Warne, and my shot doesn't get any better 20 years later. I am in a different postcode to the ball. We lost 7 for 30, lost by 10 runs, and Bumble didn't speak to me for a month. Tendulkar, you will continue to live in my heart. Numerous more former teammates, competitors and friends of Warne's gave video tributes over the course of the ceremony, including India batting great Sachin Tendulkar, former colleague with Sky Sports, England's Sir Ian Botham, and Australians Glenn McGrath and Michael Clarke. Tendulkar, Warne I remember was always extremely competitive and did everything possible to disturb the opposition, to dismiss them. But when someone batted well, he was the first one to walk up to you and congratulate you. That is how our friendship and respect for each other grew. Warne, my friend, I will miss you big time and you'll continue to live in my heart. Botham, there is only ever going to be one Shane Warne. You were magnificent on and off the field, a magnificent advert for the wonderful game of cricket. You will never be replaced, mate. Rest in peace. McGrath. The thing I loved most about Shane is the effect he had on people. I remember talking to a group of people and they'd all have a different perception of him. Shane would walk across, have a chat, and within 30 seconds, every single one of them loved him. There was a certain charisma he had, certain aura about him that just made people attracted to him. It never ceased to amaze me the positive effect he had on so many people. Clarke, thank you. That's all I can say really. Thank you for everything. The way you looked after me and treated me when I first came into that Australian team. I was such a baby and you took me under your wing. You looked after me like a little brother. You taught me so much about the game of cricket. You taught me more than that. You taught me about life, the highs and lows, and how sport is so similar to life. I was asked the other day, how do you say goodbye? And I don't think I ever can, but I can say I'll see you later. Sir Elton. His legacy lives on. Before their performances, Sir Elton, Williams and Sheeran gave touching tributes to their former friend Warne, while Coldplay's Martin also performed a specially composed piece on the piano, entitled Eulogy, to accompany a video montage focused on Warne's charity work. Sir Elton. This is a sad day today, but it is not in some other ways because his legacy lives on and he will live on through future generations because he was mesmerizing, brilliant, and he loved to play cricket and loved life. I want to dedicate this to Brooke, Summer and Jackson, and to all the people that came out today. God bless you, Shane, and God bless your family. Williams. Before you meet Shane, you think he's my mate, and then when you meet him you know he definitely is your mate. He was kind, charismatic, funny, charming, and a gentleman. I was looking forward to spending more time with him because you seldom come across that kind of energy with people, and easy company too. He also had the ability just by being himself to transcend tribalism and rise above it. Even though he played for Australia and dismantled England too many times, everybody on the planet who has seen him play and experienced Warne being Warne thinks he is one of us. A very special man. Sheeran. Shane was an incredible human to me and every single person he came across. I've got such wonderful stories of him. He gave so much of his energy, time and love. He was such a great bloke. I feel like I have been robbed. You were taken way too soon. As the evening drew to a close, Warne's family again took to the stage, with his brother Jason describing him as the best brother I could have asked for. Before his 3 children took to the stage, Summer spoke first, saying, "It has been exactly 26 days since you went to heaven and I miss you more than anything in the whole world. I would do anything just to have one more of your cuddles and to hear your voice tell me how proud of me you were and how much you loved me. I will cherish the 20 years of memories we have. I want to say thank you, Dad." Jackson, with a scarf of Warne's Australian rules football team St Kilda draped over his shoulders, said, "You did everything with so much passion. I looked up to you as my hero and I admired how hard you worked. I feel like I have been robbed as you were taken way too soon, but I won't forget the feeling of just being around you and how loved you always made me feel and how safe I was when I was with you. I promise I am going to look after Brooke and Summer for the rest of my life. I am going to continue to try my hardest and make you proud because I know you're watching over me." Summer added, "What makes me the saddest is, I will never get to wrap my arms around you and give you the biggest hug and rest my chin on your chest. Dad was our shining star in life and now he's shining down on all of us. We're going to do what you always told us, try our best, and we will try our best to live in a world without you. I love you always, Dad." More music followed, including a trumpet rendition of St Kilda's When the Saints Go Marching In, with those in attendance asked to use their torches on their phones to light up the MCG before the unveiling of the Shane Warne Stand to the Tune of My Way, a fitting way to end a touching memorial to one of sport's greatest ever.